Hi, it's Will with thePageantGuy.com, and I'm here via Skype with former Miss Wisconsin USA 2011 Shaletta Porterfield, who recently resigned her title after allegations of identity theft. Shaletta, you know I usually keep it lighthearted here on thePageantGuy.com, but I want to jump right into this and find out how you got caught up in this situation.
Right. Certainly. Well, I was working for a Yellow Page ad selling job. I was working about 12 hours a day, about 6 days a week. This was about a year ago, over a year ago. Can you hear me okay, Will? Okay. So I was just working this Yellow Page ad selling job, working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, going. We had some really strict deadlines. It was fast-paced, fast-moving. I really just wasn't being true to myself by working the job in the first place. So I'm at the end of a deadline, literally right at the end. And I've got, I still have a few more ad spaces that needed selling. So I had this really, really bright idea that I should just create 3 businesses, that I should just create the businesses to hit my quota. So what ended up happening was that I created these businesses. I just chose names at random. I just made up addresses, and I just figured I'd pay for the businesses, hit my quota, the book would close, be able to close, no problems. I really was not thinking. I wasn't thinking that real people would get attached to it or get involved. I never thought in a million years that I was even committing a crime, which is the saddest part of all, that I never even realized that I was committing a crime. So,
looking back, what would you have done differently?
I think that sometimes when you're in so much fear, when you're in fear about losing something that you think is important to you. For me, it was my job. It had taken me a year and a half to find a job after leaving the modeling industry. I mean, it had taken me a year and a half just to get an interview. So I really needed, in my head, I really thought I needed to hold on to this job and do, what I needed to do to keep it. Looking back, I wouldn't have taken the job, or I would have quit when I had that voice in my head, the same little voice that told me to do Miss Wisconsin USA. That same little voice said, quit this job right now. And I didn't listen to that voice. I didn't listen to it. I just thought, no, I need to keep this job. So looking back, I would have listened to that voice, and I would have quit, and I wouldn't be facing charges of identity theft for stealing the identities of essentially the people that I created.
Shaletta, what advice do you have for anyone that may come across a high-pressure work environment similar to yours?
I think that it's really, really important to just stay true to yourself, stay true to who you are. I was not being true to myself when I worked this Yellow Page ad selling job. I just wasn't. It wasn't who I am. It requires that you're very aggressive. It requires that you're just something that I wasn't, that I'm not. And I really thought that I could do it. I thought that I could do it, and I couldn't. So be true to yourself. Be true to who you are. You know yourself better than anyone.
There are a lot of disappointed people that wanted to see you compete at Miss USA this year. What would you like to tell them?
I'm really, really sorry that I let you all down, especially my mom. I mean, it was so hard. I mean, she cried. And so I just want to thank all of my fans and everyone who just has continued to stand by me. Thank you. And I'm really, really sorry.
In a moment of desperation, your life has changed. So what's next for you?
Sure. Well, with the help of Stephen Roddy of the Pageant Planet, he's pretty wonderful. He actually just helped work through a website. It's called Crowning You. So that website is up and running, and really I just plan on doing all of the things that I hoped to gain from Miss USA. Last time I spoke with you, Will, I was talking about how I just wanted my own nonprofit, how that's what I've always wanted, what I've always hoped for. And Steve Roddy set that organization up for me. He helped me get that. So through all of the negative, there has been some positive that I'll still get to work with my organization and just really empower and encourage other young people. So I'm going to be heading to South Africa and to Uganda really soon. And I just hope that my story, my voice can help someone else. If it's just saving or helping one individual, just one person, then none of this would have been in vain for me.
Shaletta, I appreciate you being a guest on thePageantGuy.com to tell your story. Thank you.
Thanks.